Chelsea 4, Manchester City 4, and we've been served up another absolute classic in the old Barclays Premier League football. What a game, guys. What a game from start to finish. Two teams that were going toe to toe with each other, and it served up a beautiful game of football, man. So much to analyze in it. Fair play to Chelsea, because they've served us some absolute classics back to back now. The game between them and Tottenham was my most viewed stream of all time on this channel, with over 16,000 people tuning in. Now, I don't know how many people are going to tune into this stream, but I would have to guess it'll hopefully be something similar, because this was another classic we've watched at Stamford Bridge, man. What a game. What a game of football 4-4. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna take anything away from it. I definitely was rooting for Chelsea as an Arsenal fan. I did want Chelsea to win this game. And to be fair, I had a lot of hope for Chelsea going into this game. I know many were saying that Chelsea were underdogs in this football match because, it's Man City. They're obviously going to be the favourites to win this. But I actually was thinking Chelsea could do something decent here, because in the games I've seen Chelsea play against big teams, they've been really, really good. Where I've seen Chelsea struggle has actually been playing against worse teams than them. But when they go up against a Liverpool, an Arsenal, a Tottenham, Chelsea played really well in those football matches. And against Man City, I think if any team deserved to win this game, personally, I think Chelsea deserved it. I thought they were superb, Chelsea. Genuinely superb. I thought they were fantastic today. Man City also good in times as well, Man City. I mean, Man City in their transitions were brilliant. But Chelsea as well. It was both teams that were just going tit for tat, man. Just all-out war against each other, end-to-end football. It was a fantastic, fantastic game to watch. Genuinely, I don't think either team deserved to lose that game. If I'm being genuinely honest, I don't think either team deserved to lose it. I thought Chelsea, if you look at their chances, though, I think the Malo Gusto one, when it fell to him at 3-3 and he skies over the bar, I'm sitting there thinking, brother, that's your moment, man. That's your moment. And he just skies over the bar, bro. I couldn't believe it. My head was in my hands. But you've got other moments for both teams. So I'm going to analyze this whole game from minute 1 to minute 90. But what I will say is, you know how I said Spurs versus Chelsea was the best game of 2023? I take it back. This game today was the best game of 2023 so far. This game was absolute joy to watch. Absolute joy to watch. Thank you, Barclays. Thank you, Barclays Premier League, for an absolute fantastic game, man. It was a privilege to watch this football match tonight, and I'm happy I'm able to share my thoughts with all you guys. So let's go through the game from minute 1. I thought Chelsea started really fast. Really fast. They were out the traps quickly. They were on Man City. Their transition game was good. I noticed that both Reece James and Cucurella were going really high, because obviously it was a risk playing Cucurella. Levi Colwill was out injured, obviously, with his shoulder injury. And what Levi Colwill gave Chelsea was a bit more defensive assurance. With Cucurella and Reece James, you had two swashbuckling fullbacks, up and down, which is a big risk because it gave Axel Diaz and Thiago Silva not much support from the flanks. But what it gave Chelsea was so much attacking threat that they were getting so many chances, and Reece James was an overload basically the whole game on that right-hand side when he was playing, and Malo Gusto continued that on. So I thought Chelsea had some really good chances off the start of the game, but then Man City get a penalty. And guys, I've labelled this video Dodgy City penalty again, because I thought that was the most criminal penalty of all time. How was that a penalty? How? I'm so confused and bewildered. I've seen City get some dodgy penalties against Manchester United as well. I thought that was a very dodgy penalty to give away. And again today, let me know if you disagree in the live chat. But for me, I think there's no chance that's a penalty, man. Cucurella has got a hand on Erling Haaland. Yes, I agree. But equally, Haaland's got a hand on Cucurella as well. It's not like Cucurella's bringing Haaland down. They're both going into each other. Plus, Haaland's nowhere near the ball. Thiago Silva's ahead of him and clears it. I don't know how that's a penalty. For Joel Linton pushing Gabriel in the back and not even getting a foul, for that somehow to be a foul from Cucurella, it's just a lack of consistency. I feel like there's something really dodgy going on with VAR and PGMOL. I do have to say that. When Man City's involved, and Newcastle United as well, don't let me forget about Newcastle. Man City, Newcastle, there's some dodginess when them two get involved with some VAR decisions. I've seen Kovacic get away with a scandalous, should have been red card against Arsenal, again today, and against Manchester United as well. Man City with some dodgy penalty decisions that I think should have been a penalty, should not have been a penalty, but it was. And then Haaland dispatched it, and I thought, you know what? Bad stuff, because I thought Chelsea were well on top at that point. They were playing really well. Man City looked good in transition, but I thought Chelsea were a better team. But Chelsea fought back and got a fantastic goal. And what that penalty did was it lit a match underneath Chelsea. It lit a match under them, because it gave that stadium a sense of galvanized them. give them a sense of togetherness. And Thiago Silva, fantastic goal. Thiago Silva was in this game for all the good reasons and all the bad reasons, as we'll get to. But that was a fantastic moment from Thiago Silva, from the whip-in, near post, gets ahead of his marker, heads it into the ground. Superb, man. Absolutely brilliant. Exactly what you're taught to do from the training ground into the bottom corner. And then they score again. Man City getting robbed, and the ball's on a plate for Sterling to tap it home. Superb goal, man. Brilliant transition goal. It was a Man City-esque goal in the way Chelsea punished Man City there. And that was the thing, right? I've seen both these teams, Chelsea and Man City, in particular Chelsea, who have struggled in front of goal against Man City, who have been really good in front of goal. But today, Chelsea was so good in front of goal, man. Really clinical. To be honest, Chelsea probably could have scored 5 or 6 goals today. They scored 4, but I look at the Malo Gusto chance. I look at Jackson having a couple of chances he probably could have put away, bar his goal. So Chelsea, I know they scored 4 goals today, but they could have scored a few more. But equally, Man City a bit wasteful in front of goal as well at times. I think of Jack Grealish having a few chances where he didn't quite put it away. But yeah, overall, what a fantastic game, man. Fantastic game. But just in the stroke of half time, Man City get another goal. And this was terrible defending. It comes from a corner. It's whipped in. And no one's around Akanji, bro. He's literally, the whole defense had just gone apart, bro. They've literally just fallen apart, the whole defense. And Akanji's just free as a bird in there to head it home, to make it 2-2 going into the break. And at that point, I'm sitting there thinking, it's anyone's game now, man. It's anyone's game. We've been treated in that first half. What are we going to get in the second half, though? Because that is the real question. That first half was an absolute treat. But do we go into the second half now? And does Pochettino and Pep Guardiola basically put their foot on the brake a bit more, pull the handbrake up, bring down the gear stick, and try and play a bit more assured? Or do we go tit for tat, straight, just like the first half, against each other? And I'm glad to say that it was the latter, because both teams went firing again in that second half. It was an early goal from Man City and Haaland, where it was just a devastating counter-attack from Man City, where Haaland was on the end of it, smuggled it into the back of the net. To be honest, I don't think it was a classic Haaland goal, but he did exactly what he needed to do to put that ball in the back of the net. Man City up 3-2. And at that point, I'm thinking, okay, where do we go from here? Do Man City then start to actually control this game a bit more and stop going so gung-ho? Or do we continue more of the same, where it's just both teams flying at each other? And thankfully, both teams are flying at each other, and Chelsea got a goal back, where it was Conor Gallagher who struck it in basically just outside the box, and then off the parry from Ederson, it was Nico Jackson on the end of it to put it home. 3-3, I'm thinking, oh my God, are we going to get any more goals? And then we do. Rodri edges the box, pile driver, and it's deflected into the back of the net. I do think Thiago Silva should be definitely ashamed of himself there. For an experienced defender, you got to know, brother, you can't just stick out a foot like that. You can't, man. If you're a defender in that position, someone's taking a strike, you either put your whole body behind the ball or you don't touch any of it. Goalkeepers don't want a player getting a little foot on it. It reminded me of the goal that Martinelli scored against Man City, where it deflected off, I believe, Ake's head. Very similar, where Thiago Silva just stuck out a lazy foot and it just cannons off his foot and goes into the bottom corner. And truth be told, if he doesn't stick out a foot, I'll probably think that Sanchez saves that, to be honest with you guys. So I think he'll be really disappointed with that one, Thiago Silva. But thankfully, on the other end, ice in his veins, Cole Palmer. Ruben Dias slides into Armando Broja, brings down the Chelsea man, points to the spot, and cool as you like, Cole Palmer, bro. I had absolute full confidence he'd put it away, man. Full confidence he'd put it away. Dispatched that penalty perfectly. Top corner. He's an assassin, that young boy, man. Absolute assassin, Cole Palmer. Well-deserved goal from him. I thought he was superb throughout the game as well. Definitely deserved the goal. Him and Raheem Sterling scored revenge goals against Man City today, which is brilliant to see. And it gives it a 4-4 draw. A fantastic way to end the Premier League slate of games going into the international break. And I absolutely enjoyed it. It was a beautiful game to watch. Beautiful game to watch, man. I mean, this is why we love the Premier League, guys. This is why we love it. It encompasses everything about Premier League football. Just two teams going at each other's throat. And I'm so glad, because I can't lie, I didn't expect it to finish 4-4. I think I predicted 2-2 for this game, because I knew Chelsea put in a good shift when they play against big teams. I've seen Chelsea in big games against Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, and they're good in big games, Chelsea. They fly at their opponent, man. At him from minute one. And it was again today the same thing. They were at Chelsea from minute one. They were at Man City from minute one in this game. And I love to see it, because Man City in away games this season, they've been a little bit under par, to be honest, guys. Like, everyone talks about Man City as, oh, Man City, Superman City, the best team we've ever seen. Oh my God, they're so good. Yes, Man City are a fantastic team, make no mistake about it. And they're probably going to win the Premier League this season. But Man City do look a little bit vulnerable away from home this season. They do. I mean, you look at them going to Chelsea today. Chelsea put 4 past them. They lost to Arsenal. They lost at Wolves. Against Sheffield United, they needed a last-minute goal to win that game. Do you get what I mean? So this Man City team is not void of having bad results. Like, they're not always going to just clean out their opponents. They do sometimes struggle, Man City. So I really love watching this game from Chelsea because they went for Man City. They didn't go into this game, Chelsea, thinking, you know what, it's Man City. Let's defend and try and play on the counter-attack. No, they said, you know what, we're Chelsea. We're at home. We take the goals from the Tottenham game. We take the confidence from there. And we go at City from minute one. And I said that when I reviewed the Tottenham versus Chelsea game on this channel. I said, how do Chelsea take this momentum now? Because I've seen Chelsea beat Luton 3-0, then lose their next game to Nottingham Forest. I've seen Chelsea get some really good results in there, like drawing to Arsenal 2-2, then after struggling to win games. Do you get what I mean? So I've seen Chelsea take good results and not follow it on with more victories. But again today, Chelsea got the win against Tottenham on Monday and followed it on with another great performance. Yes, they didn't beat Man City today. They didn't win the game, but they put in a real good shift today. And look, you obviously shouldn't celebrate it like a win. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but take a lot of positives because this was a really good Chelsea performance. Trust me, Man City wiped the floor of a lot of their opponents. They do. And it was a really, really good Chelsea performance here today, man. And they definitely didn't deserve to lose this game. I think both teams have a case to win the game, to be honest. I personally think Chelsea probably deserved to win the game just over Man City. You might say it's a little bit of bias in there because I'm an Arsenal fan and I wanted Man City to win this, Man City to lose this game. But I do think Chelsea had a bit more urgency than Man City. Man City were playing more on the counter-attack at times. I think both teams had their chances in transition. I think both teams were using the counter-attack wisely. But I will say that I do think that City's counter-attack game, they were relying more heavily on that than Chelsea, whereas Chelsea were playing between the lines superbly, man. I thought Cole Palmer and Raheem Sterling were having a field day on the wide areas. Absolute field day. And I thought Conor Gallagher as well put in a really, really good shift for Chelsea today. But yeah, absolutely delighted with how the game turned out overall. Fantastic game. Fantastic result, I'd say, for the neutral, a 4-4 draw. So many talking points. Let's get into your comments. And if you are new out here, by the way, and you're enjoying football content, subscribe down below. On my road to 5,000 subscribers, I review basically most Premier League football matches that are televised. So if you want to join the army down below on the road to 5,000 subscribers, let me know your thoughts in the live chat. I'd love to hear it. Real Poison Super joining from Twitch. This was a robbery, playing out robbery for us. We should have won. You're waffling. So this guy's a Man City fan, and apparently Man City should have won this game. I disagree. To be honest, guys. I think a draw was the least that Chelsea deserved. The least. I think a draw is a fair result. I think it's a fair result. If you push me for an answer, I'd actually say Chelsea deserved the victory over Man City. Where's the robbery? Where I don't get where you think the robbery was, because if anything, Chelsea got robbed for the penalty because that was never a penalty. On the flip side, Armando Broja got fouled. It was a penalty for them. So I don't get where you think a robbery was taking place, because if anything, Chelsea can argue the robbery more than Man City, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I appreciate you joining the stream. I just want to appreciate you joining the stream, my friend. This was an FC 24 game. Bro, it was prime FIFA, man. It was prime FIFA, this game, man. It was end-to-end stuff, superb. Jeff, appreciate you joining the stream. I think they're doing really well. Chelsea coming on now. They've figured out how to score. Yeah, I saw a stat that said Chelsea in their first 6 Premier League matches had the worst shot conversion rate in the Premier League. And in their last 5 Premier League matches, have one of the best shot conversion rates in the Premier League. And that's always been the thing for Chelsea, right? Because I've said this so many times. Chelsea actually play really good football. It's just in both boxes, they struggle. They can't keep teams out. And when it comes to going forward, they can't quite put the ball in the back of net consistently enough. So if they figure out the formula on both ends, they will win a lot of football matches. And in their recent matches, they've done that. Like I said, I watched them against Tottenham. Brilliant. First 15 minutes, they struggled. They really did. But after about 15, 20 minutes, they really took a foothold in that game. And after Tottenham went down to 10 men, they controlled that football match and were superb. Against Arsenal, my team Arsenal, they drew 2-2. Should never have been a draw. Chelsea should have won that game. We completely got away with one there. Arsenal should never got a point at Chelsea. Again today, superb against Man City. First game of the season, really good against Liverpool. So Chelsea against big teams are actually playing really well. Mauricio Pochettino has found out a really good formula against big teams. The problem is he doesn't change up when playing against the smaller teams. I've seen Chelsea lose to teams like Forest, Brentford, etc. Draw to Bournemouth. Bro, you should not be dropping points in these games if you're a Chelsea. You shouldn't be. Let's be real about it. Because the problem is, a midfield three of Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, and Conor Gallagher is brilliant against big teams because it gives them a real combative, tenacious, defensive midfield three. But you can't play that same midfield three when you're playing against Bournemouth or Forest or teams like that. Do you get what I mean? Where Pochettino's just played the same team against everyone. And that team works really well against big teams. Now, when you play against teams that want to dominate possession, like Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal, Man City, Man United, it works. It works an awful lot playing those midfield three. But I think he needs to figure out when to play the right tactics, Pochettino, because as the manager, he's good. I have no doubt about Pochettino's ability. I've seen enough of him when he managed Tottenham all those years. I know he's a really good manager. He just needs to get the balance right. Because I think in big games, he's perfect. Chelsea in big games are a tough team for anyone to play against. But in the smaller matches, when he can figure that out, Chelsea will be a tough team, man. Trust me. Because I've said this multiple times. Chelsea are like the joker in the pack. At the start of the season, I predicted them to finish 5th. And I said they're the joker in the pack because I don't know where Chelsea will finish. They were terrible last season, terrible. And they started this season terribly as well. But you don't know because there's so much money, there's so much quality. I mean, their midfield pivot today of Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo cost £200 million combined, more than £200 million. Their midfield 2 pivot costs more than £200 million combined. And you're telling me that team's not going to click. The money's there, the quality's there, the manager's there. You're just waiting for it all to fall into place. So I'm just waiting for that Chelsea process to click into gear. And then they're going to fly up the table. I'm just waiting for it. Now, when it's going to happen, I'm not too sure, to be honest. But I am seeing Chelsea improve week in, week out. Now, when I watch Chelsea play, every time I watch them, I see improvements. Reece James coming back fit is a massive improvement for them. Massive, massive improvement. Trust me, guys. When Reece James was out, Chelsea was struggling. He's a top fullback. Again today, locked up Jeremy Doku really well. Really well locked up Jeremy Doku. Most of City's threats was coming down Cucurella's side because we know Cucurella ain't the best defensively. So you've got that. When you've got my boy Nkunku back from injury, he'll be a massive player for Chelsea. Massive, massive player for them when he's back. So, yeah, I think Chelsea, they're going in the right direction, man. So you've got to keep at it. Shazwa, I appreciate you joining the stream. I think I'm doing really well. Look at how Chelsea are playing against big teams. Exactly. They were fantastic when they played with ambition, showed fight. Some of our players need to learn to play like this. Exactly. Chelsea in big games, yeah, with Pochettino, they're really good because they're really good in the sense they don't just sit back and counter-attack. They go for the opposition. Against Arsenal, again today against Tottenham, and again today against Man City. They went for those teams from minute one. There was none of this respect being shown. There's none of this, okay, we'll sit back, see what Man City do, play in the counter-attack. No, it was, we're Chelsea, we're attacking you from minute one, my friends. And I really love watching that from Chelsea because, A, it turned out to be a really good football match, really good match overall, just like the game against Tottenham in midweek. Plus, it meant Chelsea actually got a positive result from this game. Because lo and behold, if they sat back and tried to defend all game, they probably wouldn't have won this game or drawn this game. Let's be real about it. So I really enjoyed the approach Chelsea took. And I really enjoyed watching them in big games. If they can sort out their form against bad teams or lesser teams, I think they'll be a really tough team to contend with Chelsea. I know it's only 12 games, but could we see a 3-horse race for the title? Well, here's the thing, right? Heading into the international break, Man City 28, Liverpool 27, Arsenal 27. And the next game in 2 weeks' time, which I will be reviewing on this channel. Do not miss it. Subscribe down below on my road to 5,000 subscribers. Man City versus Liverpool, 12:30 p.m. kickoff, 2 weeks from now. Be there or be square. Subscribe, hit the bell notification. You do not want to miss my live match reaction to that game. I cannot wait. I've got COVID right now, and I'm still streaming after this game. That is the dedication I provide on this channel, man. Streams consistently for the past year or so on this channel. You do not want to miss them. Join us down on Y Football. Hit us up on the Discord as well. Check out my community tab. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram as well. It's both linked in the description so you can see my thoughts throughout football matches. I'd love to hear yours in the comment section or in the live chat, sorry. Bobby, appreciate you joining the stream. I think I'm doing really well. Chelsea was amazing. I will give it to them. Yeah, superb, man. Chelsea went at Man City from minute one. I give them absolute credit for that. Kudos to Chelsea. Amanda Davies, what a match you say. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah, what a game. Look, I retract my statement from midweek. When Tottenham played Chelsea on Monday, I said it was the best game of the season so far. Best game of 2023. I retract that. This was the best game of the season so far, and this was the best game of 2023. My favorite game to watch. It was end-to-end action all game, man. I loved it. It was just superb action from minute one. I couldn't get enough of it. I genuinely could not get enough of this game. If the ref wanted to lob on 25 minutes, I wish he did. I wish he lobbed on 25 minutes. These are the games I love to see in the Premier League, man. It's just fantastic watch. Absolute entertainment. The Premier League is the best league in the world. And I think everyone knows that. But it's the best league in the world by a country mile. That's what not enough people say. It's the best league in the world by it's not even close. It's not even close. It's the best league in the world by a mile. Absolute mile. Jordy, appreciate you joining stream. I've ended up doing really well. Wow, what a performance by Chelsea. Yeah, superb performance by Chelsea, man. Definitely deserved at least a point from this game. Big up them. Let's see how they continue after the international break. I can't lie, Chelsea hit the jackpot with Palmer. Yeah, brilliant signing. I think Chelsea wanted Emil Smith-Rowe at the time. Arsenal said no, so they went in for Cole Palmer instead. And what a signing he's been for them. Cole Palmer's done fantastic in a Chelsea shirt for them. Been one of the signings of the season for an absolute fact. Manny, appreciate George Schumann for them doing really well. Well done to Chelsea, yeah. Well done, Chelsea did. And also, back on the Cole Palmer point, actually, massive respect to Cole Palmer for that penalty, because Cole Palmer's come from the Man City ranks and he had the opportunity to leave and he took it. A lot of players would have stayed at Man City. They would have stayed because they said, okay, Riyad Mahrez has gone to Saudi Arabia. I'm naturally a right winger. I'll get more playing time. But Cole Palmer sat there and said, you know what? He's got Phil Foden. He's got Bernardo Silva. He's got Jeremy Doku, etc. Jack Grealish. I know they're more left wingers, but you get what I mean. So he's gone, you know what? I want to get a move on. I want to go to another club like Chelsea and be more of a main man. And he's gone. And at the time, I thought, you know what? He's gone Chelsea. Is he going to start for Chelsea? He barely starts for Man City. Chelsea have signed all these players already. But fair play to him. In the performances he's had, because he didn't start for Chelsea when he first came through the door, but his performances have been so good that Pochettino has been forced to start him. When he played Arsenal, for me, he was man of the match. Against Tottenham, he was superb as well. And again today, Cole Palmer, man of the match for me. And that penalty at the end, against Man City, the team where you grew up, came from the academy. A lot of your family still probably support Man City. And you've taken that penalty and not just scored it. Edmonton's dived the right way, but you put it in the top corner, bro. That's ice in the veins penalty, man. Assassin type penalty. So yeah, Cole Palmer, that was brilliant, my friend. Absolutely fantastic. I'll give you the utmost respect and credit for that one. So yeah, Cole Palmer's done superb ever since he's been in the Chelsea shirt. I think he's a perfect signing for them. Blessings, appreciate you joining the stream. I think they're doing really well. Chelsea was amazing. I agree, Chelsea played really well. And look, I think if Malo Gusto understands how to kick a football, they could have won this game 4-3 before Rodri even scored. Let's be real about it right now, because Chelsea had some good chance on the counter-attack where they probably could have put it away. So, yeah, I think Chelsea, look, they made it 4-4, and I know it'll be a fantastic game, and Pochettino will be delighted with how his team played. But if you really analyze it, they could have probably scored 6 today. Chelsea, let's be real about it. They should absolutely agree. They pushed City to their limits. Agree. And I'm going to make a point on this right here, because you make a perfect point here, Malia, about they showed grit. Because I know they drew this game 4-4, Chelsea, right? But let's not forget, guys, that Chelsea started this game really well. Man City got a dodgy penalty against the run of play. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, Man City played Manchester United at Old Trafford. And Man United started that game really well. Really well. City got another dodgy penalty where Haaland pulled down Rodri. Then Man United conceded the penalty to Haaland. Man City went 1-0 up and United crumbled. They fully crumbled. They started the game really well, but crumbled after Man City went 1-0 up. But then you look today, Chelsea equally started the game really well against Man City. Man City got a dodgy penalty where Cucurella allegedly fouled Haaland. It's up to debate. I think it's not a penalty personally. But yeah, they scored a penalty, Man City. Chelsea didn't sit there and start crying and crumble like a house of cards. They actually went on them and said, you know what? Let's pull our sleeves up. We've been playing really well already. Let's get a goal back. And they did. They bring it back to 2-1. Really good. Then Man City scored to make it 2-2 and 3-2. Then you're thinking, they're going to crumble again. They don't. They bring it back to 3-3. Then with 4 minutes left, City make it 4-3. But they still find a way to get a goal back in the game. Chelsea 3 times today came back from losing positions. So I agree with you, Male. That's a really pleasing point for Mauricio Pochettino. The fact he's seen his team come back from losing positions on 3 separate occasions here today. I think his team deserves an awful lot of credit for that. An awful lot of credit. They pushed City to their limits. Agree, 100% they did, man. Brilliant. It was a fun game to watch when both sides like to control the ball. Much more interesting than when you have one team willing to sit back and counter. I agree. And these are my favorite types of games to watch. 100%. Because I don't want to watch a team sit back and counter attack, man. Because obviously, look, when you play Man City, fair enough. I will never, ever discredit a team that tries to sit back and counter against Man City, because Man City are Man City. You have to appreciate that they are a better football team than the majority of teams in world football. So if you want to sit back and counter attack against Man City, fair play. I don't hold that against you. But I respect you 100% if you go for them from minute one. And that's exactly what Chelsea did. Now, hopefully, after the international break, the first game back, Man City versus Liverpool, I hope Liverpool do a similar thing, because Liverpool are in good form right now. And I hope and pray that Liverpool go into that game against Man City and try and push them to their limits. I'd love a draw in that football match. They done great. I agree. City start up in April. Yeah, that's when City really hit form, to be honest, in April. I agree with you there. Chelsea FC to the uttermost. Manani, appreciate you joining the stream. I think they're doing really, really well. You're saying Chelsea FC to the uttermost. Yeah, Chelsea made all their fans proud today, man. A brilliant performance. They have lost the last 6 weeks of the Premier League. They love the last 6 weeks of the Premier League. They do. City, that's the thing about City, right? I'm not saying too much against City now because City hit form, you're right, in around April, May time. March, April, May is when City start cooking. Now they're still feeling it out. But when March, April, May hits and City start hitting their form, that's when the whole league needs to get worried. But for now, City look a little bit vulnerable. I can't lie to you guys, I do. Chelsea will finish above Tottenham. Yeah, I mean, it's possible right now. I mean, Tottenham have lost and Chelsea got a point today. It's possible. Later today, I'm going to go through the fixtures coming in the Premier League table so I can give some more predictions as we go. And we're about 1/3 through the season. I'll give some more predictions towards later end of the stream, so stay tuned for that. And if you're new on it, make sure you do subscribe. But yeah, I'm interested to see how the table looks because Tottenham have lost their last 2 games now. If they can keep the team fit, they'll get 5th place. That's why I predicted Chelsea to finish. I predicted 5th. Above United and Tottenham, you say. Interesting. Young Femi, appreciate you joining the stream. I think they're doing really well. The reason we beat City isn't because we had something to prove, nor was it us being overly cautious. We simply did not care about City and treated them like every other team we faced this season. Yeah, I agree with you to an extent. I do think when Arsenal played Man City this season, we did play a very different style of football than we're used to. We played very defensively assured. I mean, we beat Man City 1-0, conceding 4 shots, 1 on target all game. That's superb. We limited Haaland to like a 0 XG or 0.03 XG. So I agree with you. I think to beat Man City, you have to play a certain style of football. Chelsea got a draw against Man City and could have won this match playing a different brand than Arsenal played. They went for City from minute 1, gung-ho. And so there's different ways to beat Man City, right? I think City obviously didn't know what hit them. I think City went into this game thinking that it's Chelsea a little bit hit and miss. We're the favourites. We'll come play our normal style of football. I think they went into this game thinking it was going to be like the Man United game. But Chelsea went run a truck on Man City in that first half, bro. Chelsea were at them from minute 1. Trust me, Chelsea take no prisoners in big games. Like Chelsea, when it comes to Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth and teams like that, Chelsea will stink up the gaff. They'll struggle to score goals. But when it's against a Man City, a Liverpool, an Arsenal, a Tottenham, Chelsea go into those games like prime Real Madrid, bro. It's like the old days, Jose Mourinho, Ancelotti, Chelsea. So they're not a team you want to play bad against or start slow against. Because Chelsea, this is the thing, right? From minute 1, I knew Chelsea were in smoke. First 5 minutes of this game, when I saw the way Chelsea were playing with Reece James and Cucurella bombing down the wings, I knew Chelsea were in smoke this game. I said, yeah, I'm looking forward. I think Chelsea got a little something here for Man City. From minute 1, I had that feeling in my head because I saw the way Chelsea were attacking Man City from minute 1. I was delighted with how it turned out. And here, useless opinion. I appreciate joining you, my friend, but yeah, I'm guessing you've tuned out by now if you think I've got a useless opinion. But yeah, thank you for joining regardless. King Rai, I see your obviously doesn't show up on StreamYard, but I do see your comments on the side here. Appreciate you joining the stream. I think they're doing really well. First pen is absolutely ridiculous. Agreed. Cucurella was pulled by a big, strong Norwegian warrior, Haaland, and Haaland pulls like a sack of potatoes. How do VAR look at this and give a pen? Answer, oil money. Well, it was El Clasico today, as they do say. Chelsea and Man City drew in El Clasico. But yeah, I agree with you. Man City have been getting some dodgy decisions going their way, man. Dodgy decisions. It's always the 50-50 decisions that go their way. Always. The Kovacic red card. How? I'll go back to it so many times. When Akanji was offside against Fulham. How? The penalty against Man United. How was that a penalty? Against it was even worse. How was that a penalty, bro? If anything, Haaland's fouling Cucurella. Thiago Silva clears the ball anyway. It's nowhere near a penalty. Because before then, Chelsea were smoking Man City. They were properly on them. So, yeah, I agree with you, man. I big up Chelsea for staying in the game regardless of that decision. But I agree with you. I thought they got mightily unlucky today to give away a penalty like that, Chelsea. And Man City, on the other hand, Man City and Newcastle, I've been saying this one thing, right? The Saudi and UAE teams, they've got PGMOL and VAR in their pocket, bro. I don't want to say it, but something's looking dodgy, man. What's it with the Middle Eastern state-run football clubs getting some kind of dodgy decisions by VAR in their favor? Someone's got to say it. What I missed by Malo Gusto when it was 3-3 if Reece James was still on. Oh, bro, I was saying the same thing, man. Malo Gusto just has to put his foot through it into the back of net, bro. He skies it to the heavens, man. I'm sitting there thinking, brother, you scored then. As you say, it's 3-3 with about 10 minutes left. He scores then, and Chelsea might win this game 4-3. You never know. Nkunku is coming back. He is indeed, man. He is indeed. If Nkunku comes back and plays well after the injury, then I see him pushing for Europe in March. Yeah, and this is the thing about Chelsea, right? I said for Chelsea when I predicted the table at the start of the season, the video is still on my channel. So everything I say, I've got receipts. Everything I say on this channel, there's evidence there. When I predicted this season at the start, I said Chelsea are the joker in the pack. I predict them to finish fifth this season, but I think Chelsea will win the Premier League within 3 seasons. That was my prediction. By 2026, Chelsea will win the Premier League. And I can see it happening. I can see it happening, man. So, look, Chelsea have shown in certain matches that they are brilliant. Really, really good. So, I think they just need to tighten up over all matches. And yes, Nkunku will be brilliant. I'm interested to see what they do in January. Do they bring in a top striker like Ivan Toney? Do they bring in a top striker like Victor Osimhen? Do they bring in a goalkeeper? Robert Sanchez was brilliant today. I just think Robert Sanchez, despite conceding 4 goals, played well today. He made a superb save against Haaland in the first half, where he went onto it and struck it home, and then Sanchez dived and saved it at his far post. It was a brilliant save. But I still think they need the goalkeeper, to be honest. Chelsea need the goalkeeper and striker. If you get those 2 positions sorted out, I think they're a tough, tricky customer. Saeed, appreciate you joining the stream. I think they're doing really well. João Cancelo, PFP. I don't speak Arabic though, my friend. I'm sorry. Did you hear about VAR being able to hear commentary? I feel like those oohs from Neville and Carragher can sway any decisions. Yes, you know what? I low-key thought this as well. I low-key thought this. So I do think that potentially could be the case where VAR can hear Sky Sports. I know Sky Sports can hear VAR, but I don't know if VAR can hear Sky Sports. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me, to be honest. But yeah, I think they should be able to hear what Sky Sports are saying, because at least they'll be able to hear what the ex-former players like the Jamie Carragher's, the Gary Nevilles are saying, because it gives them some kind of ideology of what the pundits are saying. Have you got a cold, Dennis? I've got COVID, but I'm recovering. Yesterday I was much worse. Yesterday I was much worse, but I'm on the better end of it now. I've still just got a bit of a runny nose and a blocked nose and a sore throat. But yeah, I've got a new strain of COVID. Search it up. There's a new COVID strain going about, unfortunately. Do you think we will win the league before Chelsea? I think Arsenal should win the league before Chelsea, given we should win the league this season based on the quality of our squad. I don't know if we will, but based on the quality of our squad, we should win the Premier League this season. If you ask other Arsenal fans, they will agree with you. But Chelsea have got enough quality to win the Premier League in about 2-3 seasons. And they've got the budget there as well. Love Victor Osimhen. Yeah, superb player, man. Horror parry from Edison, and they said he deserves Yashin. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there, bro. Like, I think he was injured like 2-3 minutes before, though. So I thought he was going to come off for Stefan Ortega. But they kept him on the pitch. And then he just parried it straight into the hands of, straight into the feet, of Nico Jackson. If it wasn't Jackson, I think Cole Palmer would have put it away, to be fair. At Arsenal would be a great signing for Arsenal. Osimhen, yeah. Osimhen and Ivan Toney would be the 2 perfect signings for Arsenal, either one. How old are you? I'm 21. My birthday's in April. So I'm turning 22 in about 5-6 months' time. But yeah, 21 years old. I feel old now, though, because I'm the same age as Cole Palmer, right? Cole Palmer. When's Cole Palmer born? I'm pretty sure he's born in 2002. But yeah, Cole Palmer. Yeah, Cole Palmer's younger than me. He's born 6th of May 2002. I'm April 2002. So Cole Palmer, who's a month, just under a month, he's 2 weeks younger than me, has scored in the 94th or 95th minute against his boyhood club after being sold from them about 2-3 months ago with a last-minute penalty. And I'm sat here doing videos talking about him. Bro, as his life, man. As his life sometimes. But yeah, big up Cole Palmer, bro. Massive fan of his ability. No, Cole Palmer's 21, right? I'm 21 years old. Cole Palmer's 21. I'm pretty sure. We're both 21. Me and Evan Ferguson are born on the same day. Imagine how I feel. How old's Evan Ferguson? He's like 18, right? Evan Ferguson. Or is he 19 now? Evan Ferguson is born on the... Wait, it's not even coming up. Evan Ferguson birthday. Evan Ferguson is born on 9th of October 2004. Bloody hell, bro. The guy's young as well, man. Young as well, bro. When I first started this channel in 2020, I would have been 18. I started this channel in 2020 when I was 18 years old, right? I'm now 21 years old. I probably started using this channel last year. Last year's when I first started properly taking this channel seriously. But now I've got players younger than me that are just like on the bigger stage. It's crazy, crazy scenes, man. I feel old now. I think 19 now. Yeah, young, bro. Young, man. Like, look, who's that guy that Warren Zaire-Emery from PSG, right? Bro was like 17. The other guy, Lamine Yamal for Barcelona. Bro was like 16, 17 playing football. It's crazy, man. I'm 21, still just sitting at home making YouTube videos, man. It's crazy. Like, life is crazy when you look relative to others, man. It's so crazy. But yeah, comparisons of FIFA joys. Let's not talk about how Cole Palmer can afford a Lamborghini, and I'm still a broke student. But yeah, either way, big up Cole Palmer for his penalty. I do want to say that. Let's look at the fixtures to come. Actually, let's start with the Premier League table. I know what a lot of people are here to see, the Premier League table. So let's have a look at the Premier League table so far. Let's share the screen so you guys can see it. When I was a kid, Sturridge, Lingard, Sterling, and Kane were the youngsters. Yeah, facts, man. Facts. And remember Adnan Januzaj burst on the scene. You had players like that. Now, the youngsters, even Saka's not really a youngster anymore. The youngsters are like the Warren Zaire-Emery, Lamine Yamal, all those players, man. But yeah, let's share the screen. So share screen, Premier League table, share, scroll back to StreamYard, slap it on here. Right, there we go. So the table looks something like this, boys and girls. So we've got Man City sit on first place, 28 points. Liverpool 27, Arsenal 27, Tottenham 26, Villa 25. So the top 5 is cooking. It's cooking right now. City and Liverpool play each other next week, if I'm not mistaken. City and Liverpool play each other literally next week. So I'm looking from that point, I think, you know what? If that game finishes a draw, Arsenal could go above them if they win against Brentford. But yeah, the next game in the Premier League, because it is international break, the next game in the Premier League after international break, if I'm not mistaken, is City versus Liverpool, 12:30 p.m. kickoff. Arsenal play Brentford away from home at 5:30 that same day. So the top 3 play each other. Now let's look at Man City's fixtures. Man City play, as I say, Liverpool. Then they've got Leipzig in the Champions League. No one cares about that. Then they play Tottenham. They'll win that game. They'll beat Tottenham for a fact, especially at home. Then Aston Villa away. That's a tough game. Then they've got, all right, Luton, that's an easy game. But Man City's next 3 games are Liverpool, Tottenham, Villa. That's 3 tough games, bro. Tough games. I think, to be honest, right? They beat Liverpool. I think they at least draw against Liverpool. I don't think they lose to Liverpool at home. I think they beat Liverpool at home personally. I think Tottenham they beat, given they're playing at home to Tottenham. And I think Aston Villa, they got a draw. So City could drop points here in the next 3 games. They genuinely could, guys. Then they've got easy games like Luton, Crystal Palace, Brentford, Everton, Sheffield United. They give them all the easy games afterwards. But yeah, I do think that they could drop points in these 2 matches, Liverpool and Villa. Now let's look at Chelsea's fixtures. Where's Chelsea? There's Chelsea. Chelsea, next game, Newcastle. 3 p.m. kickoff. That's crazy. They put Newcastle-Chelsea at 3 p.m. So it's not going to be on TV. There's no way, man. That's crazy how they've done that. I did not expect that one bit. Then they play Brighton, tough game. Man United, tough game. Everton away, tough game. So Chelsea's next 4 matches are tough, bro. They got tough matches. Newcastle, Brighton, United away, and then Everton away. I think Chelsea could struggle here, you know. So Chelsea need this momentum because they've got good momentum. They're beating Tottenham. Obviously, they lost obviously to Brentford. They beat Burnley. They obviously drew to Arsenal. So what's happened is, right, they've beaten Tottenham away from home. They've got a point against Chelsea. Every single Chelsea fan would have taken 4 points in these 2 matches. Every Chelsea fan. You're lying if you said you wouldn't have. They would have taken 4 points here. So they've got 4 points. They've scored 8 goals in that time, but they've also conceded 5. Newcastle away, tough game. I think they lose that football match. Then they play Brighton at home. I can't lie, Brighton are struggling right now, but it's Brighton. They always do well in big matches. Then they've got United away, a tough game away at Old Trafford. Then they go to Everton away. Winnable, but Everton, like Chelsea, are better at home than they are away. So anything can happen, to be honest with you guys, man. Anything can happen. But I do think that waiting for an interesting Barclays Premier League fixture list post World Cup. I'll say that for now. Sorry, not post World Cup. Post international break. I'm excited to see what goes on with it. I'm sick and tired of their crap matches at 3 p.m. But now it's 2 matches. Bro, the Premier League fixture list is so crap, man. So crap sometimes. If I pull out the Premier League fixtures right now, I'm telling you guys, it's actually criminal. Like next weekend, we've got City Liverpool. I'll be streaming after that one, 12:30 p.m. kickoff. We've then got Newcastle v Chelsea at 3 p.m. Why? Brentford v Arsenal. I'll be streaming after that one. Tottenham versus Aston Villa at 2 p.m. Good game. Everton versus Man United. Also a very good game at 4:30. So we've got some good matches, man. Some good matches. They could have slapped, to be fair. Oh no, Newcastle playing Champions League. That's why I can't do that. They could have slapped the Newcastle Chelsea game on Monday, I was saying, but they can't because they're playing the Champions League. I will say this though, that really entertaining stuff. This Premier League, after the international break, there's some good games. Man City, Liverpool, Brentford, Arsenal, Tottenham, Aston Villa, and Everton, Man United. 4 really good matches in the Premier League. But I'm just waiting for the day that they make all the... Yeah, I just say, man, I'm waiting for the day they make all the Premier League games available. I'm waiting for that day. Chelsea could seriously climb or drop down. Yeah, it's all about how they carry that momentum now, because they've got momentum. How do they use it going forward? Because they drop back to reality, or they start to push on and actually climb up the table. Why is the 3 p.m. rule in place? Oh, it's an ancient rule, man. Ancient rule about the blackout rule, because they want to encourage people to go to their stadiums and watch local teams. It's ancient, bro. It's absolutely ancient, man. It shouldn't be in place, in my opinion. Televise all the matches. I don't care. Look, if you want to go to the stadium, you'll go to the stadium, bro. Like, Emirates sells out every week. Just show the games on TV. Show the games, man. I'm telling you. Whoever takes on the Premier League after the subscription runs out, because I do believe Sky Sports I believe it's up for the ballot again. I say ballot. Up for auction again. Who wants to take on the Premier League? Whoever it is, whether it's Amazon Prime, whether it's Netflix, whether it's Sky Sports, TNT Sports, whether it's someone brand new. I don't care who it is, but show all the matches, bro. Show all the matches. End this 3 p.m. blackout rule. I think in 2026, they're changing it so they're going to end up showing the every game that's not 3 p.m. So even the games today, like Liverpool, Brentford, that wasn't shown on TV, they'll start showing those games nowadays. But they will still keep the 3 p.m. blackout rule in place. Hopefully that ends ASAP. DAZN, I wouldn't even mind if DAZN take on. Let's be real, right? Every single thing is streaming nowadays. Everything is streaming. NBA is streaming. NFL is streaming. TV streaming in terms of like Netflix and Disney Plus and Hulu and all that stuff. Football is about the only thing that's not streaming. I don't watch any TV other than football. That's it. Like, Sky Sports is the only channel I use on my TV. I don't watch anything else. I don't watch ITV, BBC. I don't watch any of that stuff, man. I don't watch the reality TV shows like EastEnders, Coronation Street. Forget it, man. Forget about it. I only watch Sky Sports, football. That's it. I don't even really watch Netflix anymore. So the only time I watch TV is for sports. So they should just go to streaming. That's always been my opinion. But that's neither here nor there, man. It's one of those things. But I do want to say, guys, that's tuned in throughout. We're heading into an international break. After that, the streams will be back in place on my road to 5,000 subscribers. I appreciate everyone that's tuning in. If you are new around here, I want to keep up to date with streams on this channel. Make sure you do subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you do not miss any streams. Drop a like down below. I will get some content out during the international break, some tier lists and something similar. I probably won't cover the international games because I just don't care unless it's a tournament. But I can't wait till the summer because the 2024 Euros is around the corner. Hopefully by then, I'll get some really like top-notch production in place. Do you need help with the Discord? Potentially, I need some moderators in there because I can't lie, I don't use Discord enough, man. Like, I have the app, but I just forget to use it all the time. Notifications are not on it. So if someone can let me know how to do moderators on Discord, reach out to me. DM me on Instagram, DM me on Twitter. Both of my links are in the description. Check me out, please. DM me on there. I'd really appreciate it. And if you could tell me how to set up moderators on Discord, I'll be more than happy to have some moderators. But yeah, I really do appreciate it. Until then, ciao. Appreciate everyone that's tuned in. Hope to catch you in my next video. That'll most likely be out during the international break. And then back with the streams, coming back with a mouth-watering tie between Man City and Liverpool after the international break. I'll be football. Subscribe if you're new around here. If you just tuned in right now, scroll right back to start streams. You can hear all about my thoughts on Chelsea 4, Manchester City 4. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. And hope to catch you all in my next one.